In other words, knowing what we know, we could say to you that you're going to get exactly what you want. It's going to turn out exactly the way that you want it. But it's going to take a little while, because it's going to take a while for you to release your guardedness and your protectiveness. It's going to take a little while for you to shift your patterns of belief. You know too much about the way others have lived. You have too many memories about how it's been for yourself. And so you've got active stuff in your vibration that doesn't have anything to do with right now. It was about a former time. It doesn't have anything to do with right now. But you keep dragging it into now with your memory. Now, what's a memory? An active thought. You don't have a storage cabinet here with experiences all piled up in there. That's not what's going on. It's empty in there, really, for the most part. You are a transmitting and receiving mechanism. And so the memory that you bring from your past to your now just messes up your now. You don't have to do that anymore, but you can't go cold turkey. You just can't all of a sudden stop thinking about those thoughts that you've lived, because living them, hear this, living them seem to validate them. Living them seem to prove them, seem to make it true enough that you should keep telling the story. That's not the way we want you to look at this in this vibrational world. That's like saying, okay, I lived stuff I didn't want to live. I didn't like it when I lived it. I didn't like it one bit. I hated living that. But it was real and it was true. And therefore, I'm going to keep all of that active in my now so that I can keep living it. What? But it was true. It was true, and therefore, and my life validated it. Therefore, it represents who I am. That's who I have been. That's therefore who I have to be. Ooh, this is really good stuff. Because I have been it, then I still am it. Is that the way? Your logical mind doesn't want to say that, but your vibrational world insists on it. Because I was it, and I'm so aware that I was it. Don't look any of this up in the grammar dictionary. And it isn't that you're not a good thinker. It isn't that you're not a good deliberate creator. It is that you're trying to defy the laws of the universe. You can't stop momentum like that. You got to stop it before it gets started. And how do you do that? First thing in the morning before it gets started. First thing in the morning before it gets started. Right after meditation before it gets started. You got to catch it when it's little. Catch it when it's little. And start a different momentum. And before you know it, the momentum of your positive expectation will be huge. And the momentum of your negative expectation will have petered out altogether for the most part. Other things will show up to remind you how wretched you are. In other words, you got layers of wretchedness that you feel about yourself. But one awareness at a time, you'll just release it and release it and release it until pretty soon you'll be standing in a place where you're not just giving lip service. You see, you're not giving lip service. You know what that means? You know what Esther thinks that means? Lip service meaning saying the words that you don't really feel. So the cross current that you got going on is, I'm good at this, but I have to play in a game I don't want to play in order to be good at this, and I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing. I really want it, but not that much. I really want it, but not enough to give up freedom, not enough to give up, you see. And what we want you to understand, you don't have to give up anything, because the universe is working for you. Mm-hmm. The universe is working for you. You're just giving mixed signals, so the universe gives you some of what you want, and then some of what you don't want, some of what you want, some of what you don't want. Very compliant universe, giving you exactly what you've got going on vibrationally. And if you don't like what you're getting, you got to stop emitting it, which means you got to clean up your thoughts. It's just that simple. You got to clean up your thoughts, which means something even simpler. You got to care about how you feel. You got to care about how you feel that you're not thinking thoughts logically. You're not thinking thoughts because other people want you to think the thoughts. You're thinking the thoughts based solely. This is the best thing that you're ever going to hear in your whole life. This is the secret to living happily ever after. This is the secret to getting everything that you want from this life experience. This is the secret to continuing the trajectory that you started when you made the decision to come into this physical body. You just got to decide that you want to feel good, and you want to feel good so much that you're willing to give up the opinions that don't allow you to feel good about everything. About everything.